being here again, and I have Ruby with me. So even though Ruby's a small puppy dog, we want to make sure that she knows off. So off is another way of saying no jumping. So even though she is small, she can't really knock anybody over, but we want to make sure that if she jumps on elderly people or if she jumps on children, that they're going to be safe. So we don't want her scratching, because sometimes when they jump, they can scratch a little bit. They can also scare little kids. So we want to make sure that there's no jumping going on. So when Ruby jumps, we're going to use the word off. So we use off instead of down, because a lot of times they can get confused with down, and they can think that it means lay down. So we want to use the word off. So if Ruby comes over and jumps on me, first thing I'm going to do is, what you automatically want to do is you want to push them off. Try to refrain from doing that, because if we push them off, we're touching them and we're giving them attention. So we don't want to give them any attention and we don't want to touch them. So you're going to take your hands above your head. Let's pretend like Ruby's jumping right here. Ruby, come here. So Ruby's up. I'm going to put my hands, turn off. As soon as she's sitting down being a good girl, good girl, good girl. So hands up. You're not giving her any affection. You're going to turn, say off. That way she doesn't get any attention either. So no eye contact. She's basically being ignored until all four of those paws are on the ground, okay? So this helps with bigger dogs too, especially when they're up in your face. But Ruby can still jump and scratch or, bounce. She's a good bouncer. So a lot of times to practice this one is if you have friends coming over. A lot of times our dogs can get really excited, granted, they want to meet new people. So this is a good time to have your friends practice as well. Use the off, remember no hands, turn your body, off. As soon as all four paws are on the ground, that's when they get the love and affection. So another good way to do the no jumping is to actually have a treat and redirect their attention. So let's pretend like Ruby's up here and she's jumping up on my body. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a treat and I'm going to say, Ruby, sit. Ruby would much rather sit and get the treat in my hand than jump up on me and get ignored when I tell her off. Okay? So she would much rather get that treat. You can use this one with friends as well. Have a little bag of treats out outside your door. As soon as they ring the doorbell, they can grab a little treat, and then as Ruby comes running to them, they're going to automatically say, sit, and that way Ruby's going to sit instead of jump. She'd much rather sit and get the treat than jump. So she's going to kind of change her mindset. Ruby, Ruby. So this one's a good one to practice, especially when new people come over, but anytime Ruby jumps, don't let her get away with it, because if she gets away with it once, she's going to think that she can do it all the time. Hi, Ruby. Hi. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. So if she looks like she's going to jump, redirect that behavior. Tell her to sit. Like I said, she's going to sit because she wants that treat, okay?
Hi, Cindy.
Even if we're not standing up, if we're sitting down in a lawn chair and Ruby comes over, and she is pawing or jumping up on the side of my leg, same thing, she's still jumping. Even in that position, we want to show that our dogs have good behavior and good manners. So even if they're on the side, you're going to move your legs, say off, or tell Ruby to sit instead, okay? So even if you're sitting down, they can't jump. No, because they can still scratch, and they can still jump up on your lap. And that's something that we don't really want to do unless you allow them to. So with friends and everything, tell them the off method. Tell them off. Remember, don't touch them. Just tell them off. And then, or you can give them a treat instead. So we want to make sure that Ruby's not going to jump on our friends. Ruby. So this week, have some friends over. Even have, anybody come over and like ring the doorbell and, come over to say hi. That way you can practice. Hi. Because you want to make sure that no matter what, every time she jumps, you're telling her off, or you're redirecting her behavior and telling her to sit. Because we got to make sure that she's not going to jump, even though you're tiny and cute. No affection unless all four paws are on the ground. Okay? Good girl, Ruby. Good sit. Good sit. this was Stephanie and Ruby, and we were working on off or no jumping.